Hi, this is lesson 2.5, fractions, relating whole numbers. Any whole number can be written as a common fraction. What are some fractions that are equivalent to 3? What helps you figure out if they are equivalent? Now let's take a look at this diagram here. Look at the number line. You will notice each whole number is splitted into 4 equal parts, starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts. So a whole will become 4 fourths. That is 1. Because 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 gives you 4 fourths. Now let's go on and add another whole. 4 fourths plus 4 fourths. It will give us 8 fourths. And in other words, it is 2. And we can look at it in another dimension. 4 fourths plus 4 fourths equals 8 fourths. If we had 4 eighths plus 4 fourths, it will give us 12 fourths, which is 3 whole number. We can also determine 4 fourths in this way. 4 fourths. Let's try to simplify. How many 4 in 4? 1. How many 4 in 4? 1. So it becomes 1 over 4. Oh, excuse me, 1 over 1. Which in another word is 1 whole number. So any number that is the same, any fraction that is the same number, it's automatically 1. 2 over 2 is 1. 3/3 is 1. 4 fourths, 5/5 is all equal to 1 whole number. So 4 fourths is 1 whole, and 8/4 is 2 wholes. We can also determine 8/4 by using 4 to divide. How many 4 in 4? 1. How many 4 in 8? 2. It gives us 2 whole. Now let's take a look at 12 fourths. How many 4 in 4? 1. How many 4 in 12? 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So it becomes 3 over 1, which is 3 whole number. Look at each fraction that is at the same mark as a whole number. You can see this one, 1 whole is 4 fourths, 2 whole is 8 fourths, and 3 whole is 12 fourths. So how are the fractions related to the whole numbers? Just like the way I explained right here, you use the denominator to divide the numerator. When I multiply the whole number by the denominator, the answer is the numerator. And also, when you divide the numerator by the denominator, the answer is the whole number. What they're saying here is when you multiply the whole number. For example, 1 is a whole number. You multiply it by the denominator, which is 4. The answer is the numerator. The answer is the numerator here. So 1 times 4 will be 4. That is how we get 4. That is what they talked about right here. And up here, when you divide the numerator by the denominator, the answer is a whole number. For example, 4 over 4. This is the numerator divided by the denominator. You will get a whole number. How many 4 in 4? 1. How many 4 in 4? 1, which is a whole number. Now look at each mark on this number line with a common fraction. Look at the common fractions you wrote at each number, at each whole number. What relations occur between the numbers? So let's write the common fractions. So we can say a whole is split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we jump, make a jump from 0 to 1, we will have 5/5 plus 5/5. So this will be 5/5, which is 1. Now let's make another jump. That is another 5/5, which will be equal to 10/5. This is plus 5, another plus 5/5. So it will be 10/5, which is equal to 2. How many 5 in 5? 1. How many 5 in 10? 2. It will give you 2. Now let's make another jump. Plus 5/5, which will give us 10/5 plus 5/5 will give us what? 15/5, which is a whole. So now, what is the closest whole number to 16/5? The closest whole number to 16/5 is 3. How can you figure this out? Identifying which multiple of 5 is closest to 16 will help you figure it out quickly. Now let's go on to the workout. Number 1, write each whole number as a fraction. Use what you know about multiples to help you. So just like what I explained right here, to get the numerator, you multiply the whole with the denominator. So that is what we're going to do with the workout. Multiply by 1 gives you the numerator. And to get a whole number, you divide the denominator with the numerator, you get a whole number. So let's use that technique to answer these questions. So part A, we have to fill in this one. So multiply 1 by 5 times 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. Part B, 1 times 6, or 6 times 1 will give you 6. 6 times 2 will give you 12. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 4 will give you 24. 6 times 5 will give you 30. Part C, 8 times the whole number 1 will give you 8. 8 times the whole number 2 will give you 16. 8 times 3 will give you 18. Or excuse me, 8 times 3 will give you 24, not 18. 8 times 4 will give you 32. 8 times 5 will give you 40. Now let's go on to number 2. Write each fraction as a whole number. That is what we're going to do, just like we did in the previous page. So we use the denominator to divide the numerator. How many 3 in 3? 1. How many 3 in 6? 2. So the answer is 2. How many 3 in 3? 1. How many 3 in 21? 7. 3 times 7, 21. So the answer is 7. How many 3 in 3? 1. How many 3 in 15? 5. How many 3 here? 1. How many 3 here? 10. So the answer is 10, whole number. How many 3 here? 1. How many 3 in 24? That is 8. So the answer is 8. Part B. How many 4 here? 1. How many 4 in 40? 10. So the whole is 10. How many 4 in 4? 1. How many 4 in 20? 5. So the answer is 5. How many 4 in 4? 1. How many 4 in 28? 7. So the answer is 7, whole number. How many 4 here? 1. How many 4 in 16? 4. 4 times 4, 16. So the answer is 4. How many 4 in 4? 1. How many 4 in 36? That is 9. Now let's go on to number 3. Write the whole number that is closest to each fraction. Show your thinking. So for number 3, part A, 6 is the closest whole number. Part B, 3 is the closest number. Part C, 7 is the closest whole number. Now let's go to the fast finisher. Write each total as a whole number. Use what you know about equivalence between whole numbers and fractions to help you. So we know how many 3 in 3? 1. How many 3 in 6? That is 2. So this is 2 whole number plus 8 over 8 is 1, whole number. So that would be 3. How many 3 can go in 21? 7. Plus, how many 5 can go in 10? That is 2. So 7 plus 2 is 9. How many 4 can go in 40? That is 10. Plus, how many 6 can go in 42? That is 7. 10 plus 7 is 17. Now let's go on to the workout, 2.5. Now let's go on to the practice, 2.5. Number 1, write each whole number as a fraction. Use what you know about multiples to help you. Number 1, part A. So 1, 2 times 1 will give us 2. 2 times 2 will be 4. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 5, 10. Part B. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. Part C. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 5, 15. Now let's go on to number 2. Write each fraction as a whole number. The denominator is 5, so we use 5 in dividing 15. How many 5s can we get in 15? Or in other words, what can be multiplied by 5 to get 15? That is 3. 5 times 3, 15. How many 5s in 25? That is 5. 5 times 5, 25. How many 5s in 10? That is 2. 5 times 2, 10. How many 5s in 45? That is 9. 5 times 9, 45. How many 5s in 30? 6. 5 times 6, 30. Part B. How many 6 in 30? 5. 6 times 5, 30. How many 6 in 18? 3. 3 times 6, 18. How many 6 in 36? That's 6. 6 times 6, that is 36. How many 6 in 60? That is 10. 6 times 10, 60. How many 6 in 48? That is 8. 6 times 8, 48. Now part C. How many 8 in 40? 5. 8 times 5, 40. How many 8 in 16? That is 2. 8 times 2, 16. How many 8 in 56? That is 7. 8 times 7, 56. How many 8 in 28? That's 3. 8 times 3, 24. How many 8 in 64? That is 8. 8 times 8, 64. Number 3, write the whole number that is closest to each fraction. Show your thinking. That is closest. How many 6 in 40? The closest will be 7. Part B. The closest whole number to 25 third is 8. The closest to 23 fourth is 6. That's it for 2.5.